in our life we get into this kind of situation, we get demotivated, and we just feel that now we have to give up. Now we are done. So that time, like, what do you do, and how do you motivate yourself?
Yes, my my motivation is only self motivation because I'm fine. What's about you?
Yes, I'm pretty well. Thank you for asking. Okay, so this is our first call. So would you mind to give you a short introduction?
Sure. First of all, thanks for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. So, as you know, my name is Sachin, and I'm connecting you from Suru district of Rajasthan state. And if you talk about my qualification, uh, before 2 years, I passed class 12th exam, and this year, uh, for 2 years, I have been coaching for Neet UG exam, and this year I qualified the Neet UG exam, medical entrance exam, and from 1 October my classes will start. And nowadays I'm completely free for last 2 or 3 months. So before at least 3 months I started my English speaking journey. And if you talk about my hobbies, which are playing cricket, yoga, meditation, and nowadays I generally also this I also listen English podcasts and some set certified tutors videos and some also hear some native speakers. So that's all about me.
Okay, that's nice to hear. Okay, now it's my turn. My name is Tanuja and I'm from Bhopal city. If I'll talk about my education, so I have completed engineering in IT stream, and currently I'm a working professional in one of the software company, and simultaneously I'm running my YouTube for past 2 years. If I'll talk about my hobbies, so I love drawing, dancing and traveling. That's all about me.
So you have done NIT
IT, I'm an engineer.
or which stream or BTech?
Uh, in IT stream, information technology.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you are working aspirant.
Hmm. Yes, I'm working.
Nice to hear that. And so tell me something about your journey, your English journey. When did you started and how long before have you been continuing and what difficulties you faced during?
Okay, so if I'll talk about this kind of speaking practice, so I've been doing it for last 1.5 years. But yeah, before that also I was speaking in my workplace, because it is mandatory to speak in English language in my company, because I need to talk with different colleagues and customers who are living in different states and different countries also. So
Yes.
that's why I decided I should work on my communication skills. Otherwise, I was able to speak little bit broken English, but that was not up to the mark, and I was not good at this language. So I decided I should work on my communication. So I was just thinking that how I can start, my journey, because I had basic idea of tenses and all that I had learned in my school days. So, but I never thought like I will have to do this kind of practice. But one day I decided to speak with one, like I did one conversation, and I just thought like it is a good way to start my journey, because now I'm getting this kind of chance to interact with other people and I'm able to talk a little bit. So from that time onwards I started this kind of practice, and now it's 1.5 years and I'm doing this kind of practice. Yeah.
Yes, so you're great and you have great environment at your office.
Yeah, you can say that, because in companies, whenever we have any meetings, so we have to speak in English language. But yeah, the bad thing is that now I'm working from home, so I'm not getting face-to-face interaction. But yeah, whenever we have any meeting, so that time we have to speak in English.
So would you like to hear something about my journey?
Yeah, if you can share. And what are the hurdles you are facing nowadays, and how did you overcome? And what do you think that what's your level now?
Yes. If you talk about why I started, so first of all, I want to uh, uh, share to you that the reason why I started. Uh, as you know, as I have previously mentioned, that I am from Rajasthan state, and in this state, there is not so much environment of English, and as you know, our dominant language is Hindi, because most of the schools are Hindi medium. More
Mhm.
than 70% schools are Hindi medium in Rajasthan, and I was also one of them. Uh, my schooling was completely Hindi medium, and I started 2 months ago because I was from science background, and after clearing this exam, I came to know that all of the further studies of technical exams like MBBS, BTech, and in my study in my further studies of MBBS are completely in English. So
Yes.
that's why I decided to learn this language. And now, before if you talk about my level is I can't say that I'm beginner, but I also can't say that I'm intermediate level. You can suppose that I'm midst of the both levels, and
Mhm.
I'm doing my I'm continuing my journey in phases, and till 1 October I will be free till 1 October, and after my classes will start. But I will try to keep continue. Now it is in the starting 1 month. I started at least 3 months ago. In the first month of starting,
Mhm.
uh, I 1 hour. I did 1 hour writing, 1 hour listening, and 1 hour I did mirror practice. And
Okay.
in the starting 1 month, I also took classes of grammar topics like tenses, models,
Mhm.
and conjunctions, like these topics. And I'm revising in almost 10 days. I make one revision in 10 days. So that's all. And now on the when I started mirror practice, so it was completely boring, and I became shy. I was full of shyness at that time, so I quit in almost 15 days.
Mhm.
And on the mirror practice, and before 15 days, I opted the Skype application, and I joined a ma'am named Nutandeep ma'am. She added me in the Skype, and I'm very grateful to them. So because in these 15 days, before 15 days, I joined the application, and in these 15 days, and I got to know the output, how much
Mhm.
the output is important, because input is not so much important. Output is the most important thing. And if we are listening and reading, so we can't get so much output that we get from speaking.
You are absolutely right, because like before that we were just doing this kind of listening and reading and all, but we never tried this speaking part. And now you are doing this practice for at least 1 or 2 months. So now you can see the result, because you are speaking by your mouth every day. You are just consistent with your practice. So I can also consider that you won't believe that when I had started, so that time I was making so many mistakes. And I had no confidence. I was looking here and there. I was doing a lot of mistakes. But now I can see the differences, like output, because I'm consistent with my practice. If you are practicing something every day, so definitely you will see the result. And it's
So
really a good application, to be honest, because I'm using it for very long time.
yes, how long before you have been using this application, Skype application?
It's more than 1 years, you can say.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So I joined before only 15 days,
Hmm.
and nowadays I'm completely free. So I'm doing 1 to 2 hours conversation, at
Okay.
least 4 to 5 conversations every day. So
That's good. And also in your field, like you are going to this medical field, so definitely you have to study all each and everything
yes,
in English, English language only. All the
yes.
medical terms are in English, so that's why. Okay, so let's talk about vacation. Do you have any favorite vacation?
Actually, when I was uh, coaching for this exam, so there were not so much vacations, but
Hmm.
there are about only two vacations. One for 7 days vacations on Diwali, and one three vacations on Holi. I got.
I'm just talking about any kind of picnic or something like vacation. You went outside for 3 to 4 days or maybe one day, and it was mesmerizing and memorable for you. Is this
Yes,
any kind of
yes, and only one memorable picnic. It was the school trip,
okay?
and with the school, do you know when sometimes the school teachers go with us on trip, and school teachers go with us on trip sometime, and in the school bus, and so I visited Ajmer.
Okay.
So that was very memorable moment. It was for 3 days, and we visited as in Ajmer there is Puskar Lake, and a lot of other places in Ajmer, and it was quietly memorable because I had only one trip in my whole life. I visited, but not in school. It was quietly memorable, and I can't forget this. So
Yes, yes. I think school trips are really memorable because I also whenever I think about any memorable trip, so I just remember all this school trips only because that time we used to go with our school friends, and that that time we had time to just spend with our friends, and we were free from all the worries like not our career tension and all. So that time, yeah, so definitely that time we enjoyed a lot. And now we go there, like if I'll talk about me, so I go there sometimes whenever I get holidays or something, so that time I go for vacation. But school trip was really, I'm really missing all this.
yes,
Do you have any mantra in your life that you follow?
uh, there is only one mantra about that was suggested by my grandfather. It is only one word, that keep practicing and get success. Only one line mantra.
Yeah, and it is really I would say that good mantra. And I
It, it helped me a lot during my NEET UG preparation, because when because I did coaching for 2 years, and when I felt when I because sometimes we get less confidence, and we we become sometimes we can't say our problems to the parents. So sometimes, and when I was coaching, so when why it was there was my first failure. I was not I did not get success in my first failure, in my first attempt. Then my parents supported me, and this mantra also worked, because I in the second attempt I practiced again a lot, and I got success in this exam.
okay. Okay, so like what do you do when you get demotivated? Because in our life we get into this kind of situation, we get demotivated, and we just feel that now we have to give up. Now we are done. So that time, like what do you do, and how do you motivate yourself?
Yes, my my motivation is only self motivation, because you know that is the sometimes seminar was held in my coaching, but that was the you know the showcase motivation is not will not go so far, because it is only for a short time motivation, the out motivation.
Yes.
Sometimes we there is only a showcase. It only feels energy for some time, but according to me, self motivation is the best motivation. And it is the root of self motivation is why we choose that. as according to me, there were there was seminar held in my coaching. So sometime the directors and the co-founders of my coachings used to come here, and they used to motivate a lot to the all the NEET aspirants, and also our teachers used to come, and they used to fill us with confidence. But that was till the hostels, till we come the hostels, the motivation was degenerated. So according to me, self motivation is the best, and the root of self motivation is why we choose the path. As I know how I choose this path. So that was my parents' dream and my childhood dream. So by thinking this, I used to get self motivated.
I think it's a best answer, and because like when you will see any kind of motivational lecture, or if somebody is motivating you, so you will take it for some time, like yes, one day, maybe 2 days, but after that, all the motivation will go away. But if you are self motivated and you already know that why are you doing these things, as you know that why did you choose this career, and where you have to go, so now you are motivating yourself to work hard, and you are motivating yourself to give your best. So yeah, absolutely, it's a best answer, I would say, that self motivation. Yeah,
Yes.
because in our phase, especially when you have to choose your career, so that time I have seen that so many people get distracted and demotivated, and when they get any kind of failures in their life, so they get, literally they get demotivated, like now we are done, how to revive ourselves to do hard work like this. So you must have seen this, face this problem while
Yes,
preparation,
yes,
right?
my best, but my parents and grandparents were always with me during my coaching, and they used to visit in my hostel and time to time
Okay, so you
to
get
self.
good support also from your parents and grandparents, right? Oh, that sounds great, really great. Okay. Okay, so do you have any question for me?
Yes, I have a question. So that is about your the ambience, or you can say environment. You can understand that a lot of tutors, English tutors suggest, and you
Mm-hmm.
can also say that practice is most important, and or we can say, but output is, you can say output is most important, because until we will not we will not speak, the
Mm-hmm.
input uh, is only in vain. It will not work, it will
Yes.
not work.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking is the most important part, output is most important part. And
Mm-hmm.
for this we have a particular environment. As I belong to village background,
Mm-hmm.
and I have not a good environment. If I talk about my parents, they can understand English, but they can't speak English very well,
Yes.
very different. So what are your thoughts about environment?
Yeah, I think it matters a lot, because if you will get an environment, so you can learn it very quickly. Like we have learned our mother tongue just because of environment, but we can't complain every time that now we don't have anything or environment, so we can't learn these things. So now we have so many resources, we have so many things in our hand, like now we have mobile phones, internet connection. So now we can't complain like this, like we don't have environment, so how we can learn this language. Even I have done my schooling in Hindi medium, and after that, you know even I'm working in IT company here, it's necessary to speak in English. So I have learned this English language by myself only, and just because of this resources, I can say now we have mobile phones, and now I got this application also. So I just created environment by myself, and I did self talk a lot when I had no partner. So that time I used to speak a lot with myself only. like whenever I was walking here and there, and if I was sitting at my bed, so I was just translating the things in English language in my mind. Whenever I was seeing something, so I was just trying to make the sentences in English. So this is how we can practice. And yeah, if you will get a good environment of like speaking, so definitely you can speak, you can learn very fast. But if you don't have any environment, so you can create by your own. Now we have so many people who have learned this language without any environment. You must have seen some of the villagers also. They are speaking so well now just because they are just practicing every day and they made their own environment. So, yeah, I can say this. Shall we wrap up this session?
Yes, I have no problem. So thanks for connecting me, and I will try to connect you with on any another day if it possible.
Yeah,
So
same.
thanks for
Thank you so much. Yeah, have a great
support.
day.
Have a
Yeah,
nice day.
bye bye. Yeah, you too.